What is up, guys? Friday, December the 16th, 2022. Hope you're all doing well. Chris Phillips here, the Daily Crow of the Spurs Up Show. Appreciate you all tuning in. We got a lot to get into. We're taking your questions, your comments, and your calls as well, as always. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. I see Kayshawn Hudson, Hunter Kelly, John Edward, Brendan, Gavin, DGD, Travi, Stephen Morrill Jr., Connor Lee, Alex Heil. What's going on? Appreciate you all tuning in. Also, those in the Big Cock Club Discord. Head over to the TDC Questions channel. The TDC Questions channel. Be sure your questions are answered there. Really excited to chat with you all. Of course, as always, guys, TDC brought to you by our friends over at Prize Picks. Go download the Prize Picks app or go to prizepicks.com. When you do, use the promo code TSUS to receive a 100% deposit match up to $100. Be sure to check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. Luke RJ asking the important questions. He says, I like the hat. What does it say underneath the Carolina Bass Fishing Team? Shout out to the Bass Fishing Team that sent me this hat. Appreciate those guys. I just thought it'd be a nice random. I wore this a couple of weeks ago in like a post-game reaction video, but I had not worn it on TDC. So again, one more look. Carolina Bass Fishing Team. Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. I appreciate those guys sending this over. Pretty dope. Support the Bass Fishing Team. Admittedly, I'm not a huge fisherman. I would not call myself a fisherman. I do like to fish, but I have not been probably since I was like 21 or something like that. It's been a long time since I've been fishing. But shout out to the Carolina Bass Fishing Team. Appreciate those guys. All right, let's jump to the phone line.
Call from
Hunter.
Our leadoff hitter. Hunter, our leadoff hitter. What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. What about you?
I'm doing pretty fantastic, man. Appreciate you asking. What's up?
Yeah, no problem. So what's going on with these two welcome homes, and I think the other is I don't know if you knew, but at practice I think Juice Wells got into an accident, car accident, but I don't think it was nothing like too major.
Yeah, I did see that Juice Wells, that situation, he should be fine. No big deal. I don't know. I mean, I've heard rumors of who the welcome homes are, but I don't know anything concrete. So I like I said, I've heard rumors. Maybe one's a tight end, but
Right.
outside of that, I don't believe like they're transfers or anything. I think they're high school recruits or whatever, but nothing concrete. So we just kind of wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's either Nicholas Harper or the quarterback from North Carolina State. But I guess you never know.
I mean, yeah, that would be great. That would be great. I don't know, man. Like I said, it's just all pure speculation and guesswork till we find out. So
Yeah, man. I appreciate it, though. That's all I needed.
yeah, man. Appreciate you, Hunter. Always a pleasure.
Yep.
Yeah, good stuff. Hunter asking the important questions here on a Friday. TGIF. Anyways, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Yeah, I don't know who the welcome homes are, to be honest with you. I've heard some rumors. Yeah, Juice Wells, apparently he was not at bowl practice yesterday, was involved in some sort of accident. But I mean, from all accounts, guys, I don't think it's like some life-threatening thing. I think he's all right. I think he just got a little, I mean, I don't know. I guess a fender bender. I have no idea. Yeah, so I'm sure we'll get some updates at some point, but Juice Wells should be fine. Yeah, anyways. Guys, appreciate it again. Thank y'all. I know the hat is dope. The hat's super dope. What is it? UAB, Miami of Ohio on TV right now. I think I saw UAB was up 7-0. Travi, let's develop our quarterbacks we have now and go get O-line and D-line. Travi, there's nobody who loves to talk about stopping the run more than Travi. Travi's the king of talking about stopping the run. That man loves to talk run game, and I respect it. Truly. I respect it, no doubt. Let's see. Phone lines wide open, guys. Podcast did drop this morning. I realized as we went live that I have not gotten the link out yet on our website, and I haven't tweeted it. So I will do that immediately following this show. I've just been running around this morning, talking with my merch guy, talking with other people. So we've been busy. We've been rocking and rolling. On that note, guys, let me say this, by the way. Everyone who ordered towels, okay, for by Christmas delivery, those are being shipped out today. They're all done. So, and the tracking numbers have been input. It's amazing the amount of people who just don't realize they can click a tracking number and and see where the package is. Either way, though, I appreciate it. I'm always responsive. I'm grateful for it. But I just want to let you know all the towels, all that good stuff being sent out today. And it's normally like 2-day shipping. So you will have them by early next week. Everything, koozies going out, everything you guys ordered, it's all being shipped out. And again, I want to say thank you so much, man, for the love and support on the merchandise side of the business. It's absolutely incredible. Just feeling the love. You've got until midnight tomorrow night, by the way, to order the Cox vs. Catholics merch for the bowl game to guarantee by kickoff delivery. Okay, so if you want that Cox vs. Catholics merch, go ahead, get it ordered, get it out of the way. You won't have it for Christmas, but you will have it for the bowl game. So just wanted to get that out there just in case you missed it. I've already got mine ordered. Really excited for it. The merch turned out incredible. I can't wait to wear it and can't wait to get down to Jacksonville. I'll be getting down there Wednesday. I've already told you guys, but Wednesday of that week. And we will be staying there through Saturday. Connor Lee says, what'd you get the lady for Christmas? Connor, I can't tell you that information. I can't tell you that information, my guy. Come on now. I can't spoil a good surprise. Luke RJ says people might flip out if their Christmas beer ball towels presents don't show up. Yeah, trust me, they'll be there. We got plenty of time. I know that Christmas is in a week and a half, but again, the shipping on these takes like 2 days. So we're way ahead. We're way ahead. Hunter Kelly says, my bad. There's 3 welcome. Where's the third? Is there a third welcome home? I didn't see it. Was there one this morning? I didn't see a third at all. Unless Hunter Kelly knows something I don't know. I need to consult with Brendan M, top BCC insider. I didn't see a third, but maybe I'm missing out. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, I loved I loved Shane Beamer getting the folks fired up last night. You know, obviously with the welcome homes, and you know, I think he's doing his best to fire up Gamecock Nation. Shane Beamer, like let's call it for what it is. Like Shane Beamer loves it, right? Like I know Coach Beamer said in his presser, and he was right when he said that Twitter's not real life. He was very correct. But Beamer loves it, dude. Beamer loves it. Like he loves the social media stuff. He does. He loves it. He absolutely loves it, dude. So I think he'd admit that. I think he'd absolutely admit that. Travis Allen says, Chris, don't know if I can afford an Irish pack after what I got to pay for parking. Travis, where are you parking? Is parking bad? I mean, I will say this, the tailgate that we are throwing with Carolina Cigars, they paid for the parking in Lot J. So I didn't even look at what parking cost, to be honest with you. I didn't even look at what parking cost. So I have heard, though, Lot J was pretty damn expensive. I have heard that. Yeah. So, Kayshawn, I think one of them is Nicholas Harbor. What makes you say that, Kayshawn? I'm curious. What makes you say that? How about our guy Keith? Keith in the Big Cock Club Discord's out at Disney today. How about that? Shout out. Look at you. Attaboy, Keith. Taking the kids to Disney. How about it? Let's see. Travis Allen says Lot J is $400. What? There's got to be other places to park, Travis. There's got to be. There has to be other places to park. I mean, there's no way Lot J is the only spot. Chase Floyd says no relation to Rebecca's Keith. Chase, how would that even make sense? People are related by first name now. Let's see. DGD, yeah, I'm super excited for early signing day next Wednesday also. We'll have bonus content next Wednesday. We'll probably do some stuff like a Twitter Spaces. We'll probably do a NCAA football live stream just for fun. Like I like to do bonus stuff, extra stuff, because, you know, early signing day is sort of an all-day thing. So I'll be kind of locked in the studio here all day long. But we'll do the normal TDC noon to 2, and I think Shane Beamer that day will also have a presser at like 4 or 5 o'clock. He'll speak to the media and kind of break down the class and all that. So that'll be a fun day. Signing day is always a good time. And I'll let you guys know exactly what the plans are next Wednesday, but we'll definitely do some bonus stuff, if you will, for for signing day. Probably have some special guests. We'll talk recruiting on TDC. We'll have JC Sherbert on Thursday to break down signing day and all the the signings. I'm sure there will be some drama. I mean, it's signing day, bro. I'm sure there will be drama. I would imagine so. David Barnes, yes, they've got great cutters. Be sure to hit up Carolina Cigars. They can take care of you. Let's see. Hunter Kelly says, do you think Spencer Rattler will stay next year? I think it's 50-50, but I think there's a lot of reasons that point to why it would be smart for him to come back. I mean, I do. I think there's a lot of reasons. So obviously we'd all love to see it. I think if he and Juice Wells decided to run it back, it could be, a really, really cool thing. So let's see. David Lewis, Clemson baseball player, has entered the transfer portal. I only see that because I'm Matt Pegler's a buddy of mine, and he reposted it. So interesting. I don't really even know who David Lewis is, but knowing our recent track record, I wonder if we'll give him a call. Anyways. By the way, apparently Elon Musk shut down Twitter Spaces. How about that? Jeez. Woo! Things are going well at Twitter HQ. I'm about to knock the mic out. Luke RJ, Carolina Cigars also have torch lighters. Yes, absolutely they do. Yeah, they've got literally anything and everything you can think of when it comes to stogies. They've literally, I'd never seen this before. When I went to, we were on location, they literally have cigar glue. So like if you get a stogie, right? You get a stogie and let's say you put it in your golf bag or you have it for a bit and it maybe dries out a little bit and the wrapper starts to come off. It's this glue that you take a little stick and you glue it and you can like press the I look like I'm like rolling a blunt right now or rolling a joint, but you can like, which see, I don't smoke weed because like I don't even hardly know the difference. But anyways, you like roll the paper down and it'll like, hold it together. It'll fix your cigar. So Teresa Stewart, does anybody know when the deadline is for decommits? Teresa, I don't know that there is a deadline for decommits. Signing day is next Wednesday. I don't know that. I don't know that like you can. I think you can decommit whenever you want. I don't know. I think you can decommit whenever. So, anyways, guys, we've officially hit bowl season. Bowls are happening right now. I guess what UAB and if Twitter, I mean, if YouTube wouldn't shut us down, I'd probably actually just throw a bowl game on. 10-0 UAB into the first quarter for anybody who I gives a damn, I guess. I don't know if people really give a shit about the other bowl games. We got UTSA and Troy today at 3:00. That is the other bowl game. Tomorrow there's a lot of games. Cincinnati, Louisville. How about Oregon State, Florida is tomorrow. Florida plays tomorrow. Dude, if you play in a bowl game and it's December the 17th, you didn't have a great season. Like, to play that early, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong saying that, but, like, that just seems crazy. Packed day of bowl games tomorrow, though. Florida, Oregon State at 2:30. That's an interesting game. That's a very interesting game. And UTSA Troy's a top 25 matchup. So, cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff indeed. By the way, guys, the Made by Jocelyn merch, is being shipped out this weekend. So I just wanted to let you all know. I apologize for the delay, but it is getting shipped out this weekend. So I just want to let you all know. Let's see. Todd Sigmund, I should probably know the answer to this. How many times can a player enter the transfer portal without having to sit out? I believe, can he transfer twice? Is that right? I think twice. Is it once? I think twice. I could be wrong. I don't, Todd, I'll be honest with you. I'm not exactly, I think it's twice. Yeah. I think twice. After that, you've got to sit out. So which is fair, bro. I mean, if you've got to transfer a third time, that's kind of crazy. Like that's a lot of transferring, but some guys do it. Joey 80s says, didn't Rattler just sign a new NIL deal? Yes, with Mercedes-Benz. Yes. Yes, with Mercedes-Benz. But, that's not a guarantee. That's not a guarantee. That's not a guarantee. So, Luke RJ said, I think it's cool you also partner with other people with merch sometimes. Well, yeah, I tell you, made by Jocelyn or Jocelyn herself, extremely talented. And I will say this. And Ronnie Pace, yes, the merch is at that Haywood Mall location, yes. Jocelyn is a young entrepreneur, right? She's literally like a senior at Carolina. And so this experience for her, you learn lessons along the way as an entrepreneur. Like you learn some very hard lessons at times. And she is, because what she's seeing, and this is a learning experience for us both. And I'll be honest with you guys, my name is on it because I shared the merchandise and promoted it, but she's handling all the fulfillment, literally handling all the fulfillment. She wanted to do so, right? She's pocketing the majority of the profit as well because of that. So, and I just looked at it as an opportunity. Hey, you're very, very talented. I have a platform. Let's provide value to the audience and push this fantastic merchandise. But this is a learning experience in regards to, we will make adjustments moving forward in regards to efficiency and getting merchandise out. That's why my merch is set up the way it is, because I have a vendor that fulfills these orders, ships these orders out in a timely manner. She is handling fulfillment on her end, which again, it's all taken care of. It's all getting shipped out this weekend. You can be rest assured you will have your merchandise by Christmas. Excuse me, if you are waiting. With that being said, Jocelyn is learning some very hard lessons right now. And one of them is that people on social media are ruthless. They are ruthless. They are relentless. And let's call it for what it is. There's no point. Here's a life lesson. Don't post your problems to social media, because 80% don't care and 20% are glad you have them. Like, going to social media looking for any sort of sympathy from anyone is not the move. It's not, especially when you're in a position of you're running a business and you're making money, and it's like nobody feels bad for you. Like the world is, it's interesting. The world is wired to where if you're getting paid, right? Like, nobody has sympathy for professional athletes. Nobody has sympathy for coaches. Nobody has sympathy for people who are doing well financially. Nobody does. Like, if you're doing well financially, nobody gives a shit. Like, they don't, bro. That's why there's this line between college athletes and pro athletes. College athletes, oh, well, like, they're kids and we can't say anything. We can't come down. But, like, dude, as soon as you go into being a pro athlete and you're getting paid, people will say the most relentless shit, like the most messed up stuff. And people's justification is, oh, well, they're getting paid. Like, it's almost like, to some people, when you get when you go into a certain tax bracket, or you're making a certain amount of money, like you're no longer human. Like, to some people, I'm not saying all, but y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. Like, Aaron Judge is still a human. I don't care if he's getting $40 million a year. He's still a human being. But for some people, they don't see it that way, and it's messed up. And so Jocelyn, again, is learning a very tough lesson that, people on social media are relentless, and you got to have rhino skin to do it. You just really do. And I was talking to my merch guy this morning, and I was like, I think that's one of the things that actually separates me from others, because really what this is, and especially when you're in the social media world and the content creation world, and you're putting your name and your face out there, and this is really a battle of, you enter into the arena. Like, I'm talking like old school, old school, gladiator type shit, right? Like, and you go into the arena with your sword, and it is truly who can withstand the opposition the longest. You know what I mean? Like who is tough enough to fight to the death and continue to win and overcome adversity time and time again. That's really what it comes down to. That's really what it comes down to, because I've reached the point, like, there's nothing anybody can say to me or say about me that would even deter me in any type of way. Like, people have tried. Good luck. So anyways, that's kind of a bit of a side note, but it's just something that, Jocelyn's going through, and, she gets like one negative comment on Facebook. And I understand, right? Because for normal people, normal human beings, if I go leave a negative comment about you, like, you're not used to seeing that. Like, the human condition, we are not programmed to consume or take in negative content about ourselves, right? Or read negative comments. So, yeah, so it's just something she's dealing with, and it's crazy, man. But I promise you the merchandise is going out, and I promise you adjustments will be made moving forward, to get merchandise shipped out and all that good stuff in a timely manner for sure. So anyways, just wanted to get that out there. Let's see. Hunter Kelly, what's going on with our starters going to the portal? Something's going on there. Hunter Kelly, it's just the reality of the transfer portal. Guys want to dip out and leave. And I mean, again, here's the thing, Hunter, you just never know. You just never know. You know what I mean? You never know. John Edwards says, #keep Dansby Swanson. Yeah, John Edwards. I mean, we could talk about baseball. I like Dansby a lot. Dansby had a career year. I don't think the Braves should overpay for him. I like Dansby a lot, but there's a line, I think, for what he's worth, you know what I mean, or what they should pay, because they've got young guys that I think could fill in and be kind of the next great. Yeah, I don't think the Braves are going to pay him personally. I don't think they are. I don't think they are. Yeah, Brandon Kuhn, I mean, compared to the numbers, compared to other teams, we're actually doing okay when it comes to the portal. Like we really are. We really are. So. Courtney Washington says, well, Chris, it's true when you're getting paid as an athlete, you got to earn your keeps, just like college athletes have the right to choose their school, because these colleges didn't choose the kids choose the schools. I mean, again, Courtney, I understand that, but it also, like, just because your favorite pro team is paying a player a certain chat doesn't it doesn't give people the right to. I'm not talking about, Courtney, normal criticism, like what we do. I'm talking, there's people on social media that literally dehumanize people, and they really try to, you know what I mean? Like they say some really messed up shit, and it's like, oh, but they're making money. So it's like, dude, come on. Yeah, they're a human being. They're not an animal. You know what I mean? They're not a robot. My guy Brendan M just showed me a screenshot. Apparently, the shipments are going out. Just got an email from Jocelyn herself. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm sure a lot of people will be really excited to see those orders going out. Heck, I'm excited to get mine. I don't have one yet. I don't have mine yet. So, I'm right there with you. I mean, it's anyways. Yeah, women's. How about women's basketball gets the dub last night? Big win over, what was it, South Dakota State or whoever they played. Yeah. Good win last night. I don't even think they played their best game, but still got the dub. Just feels good to be good. I dig music. I don't follow baseball closely enough. Is there a chance Monty becomes the head coach one day, or is that unlikely? I would say it's probably unlikely, but I mean, you never know. The conspiracy theorists will tell you he was brought in to be the coach in waiting. I don't know. I don't know. That seems, I don't know. I don't know. That'd be something. My guy, yeah. Yeah, my guy John. Yeah, things, I mean, well, what happened, John, is we took all these. Here's what happened. We took all these orders, and I expected the orders to do well, but I did not expect the orders to do as well as they did. And she is a, one-person operation and was going to try to fulfill all the orders herself, and there's just no way she could do it. And then something happened with her email where, like, people couldn't reach out. The email was not working. So people were trying to reach out and check on the orders, and it says, email failed, whatever. And so a lot of people thought they got scammed of their money. So, yeah. And I mean, again, it's one of those deals where, like, for me, John, chaos ensues, chaos hits like it has before during the history of the business. And she's also got finals, by the way. Yeah, she had finals. But chaos ensues, right? And for me, as someone that's been in the game a while, I say a while, but has been in the game, like, I know how to handle the chaos, if you will, and separate myself from it, be in peace and control what I can control. But for someone who is not used to it, it can feel very overwhelming. You know what I mean? Like, very overwhelming. I mean, I tell people all the time, dude, I've been through, during the history of the business, I mean, dude, some of the stuff I've been through just from the social media side alone, I've been through some shit that would have broken other people. Like that's like one of the biggest differences between me and some others is, I mean, I truly have developed rhino skin. Like, there have been some things, though, over the course of the history of the business. And if you follow long enough and if you follow closely, you probably know what I'm talking about. There have been things that have happened in regards to content or whatever. And there wasn't like malicious intent on my end or trying to make my life tougher than it was. But I've just said before, like, you give thousands of takes and what have you, and there's just going to be some that don't land, don't hit. And the market will let you know, man. And social media is ruthless, and it can be very ruthless, and cancel culture is a thing, and people will try to get you canceled. And it's certainly happened to me. And, for a lesser person or someone that just does not know how to handle it, I mean, it would break you. it could break you. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just for someone like Jocelyn, who, again, is so new to it. It's, she's been dealing with it. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, Gene Lott, that was not our shirt. The Catholics versus Cox shirt, that was not us. That was somebody else, which the more the merrier. That's what I say. The more the merrier. Brandon, do you think Jordan Strawn comes back next year? He was a starter in our first 2 games. I'd love to see him back. I mean, I have no idea, Brandon. Again, these guys all have decisions to make, and, whatever they do, it's on them. So, how about Maz Bennett is an unofficial visitor this weekend? How about that? Maz Bennett going to be on campus this weekend. The Newberry run, or actually he's visiting today too. How about that? And Mario Anderson, the Newberry running back. Shout out, go Wolves. Dante Reno's on campus. They got a big time list. Big time list. How about Trey Knox? Trey Knox is on campus. Xavier McLeod's on campus. Shamar Easter on campus, 4-star tight end. A lot of guys. They cruiting. They cruiting. They out here cruiting. They out here cruiting. Yeah, shout out again, Carolina Bass Fishing Team, for the hat. I appreciate you guys. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not a huge script guy. Like, I like it, but it's not my favorite thing. But this is fire. This hat is fire. All them cruits are coming. Go cruiting. Go cruiting. Beamer out here cruiting. Beamer out here cruiting. It's the name of the game. Anyways, guys, it's funny. I asked for things to slow down a little bit, and sure enough, we come in here today, and kind of a light day today. Kind of a light day. Love it. I actually kind of love it. It's nice. Let's see. Is that what it is? It's the Bahamas Bowl? Is that who? That's UAB in Miami of Ohio? I tell you, if If Myrtle Beach wasn't so far away, I would go to the Myrtle Beach Bowl on Monday. I would go, but it's literally, bro, Myrtle Beach is just tucked up there in that corner. It is so far from Greenville. It is so absurdly far. It's just, yeah. Tyler, we will be in Jacksonville, 110%. Chicken Ham will be in Jacksonville, yes. So let's get it. I would expect Gamecock Nation's going to show up, man. I think the bowl game's going to be very well attended. Brandon, you wouldn't have wanted to go to the Las Vegas Bowl? I would have went. I would have loved it. I've never been to Vegas. I've never been to Vegas. Todd, what's up, man? Todd. What's up, Todd? Todd Smith. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, I've never been to Vegas. I'd love to go. It's funny, though. I don't know. Be a good time. Be a very good time. See, John Gibbs, I can't get behind that, my guy. Carolina script across the top of the jersey. I'm out on that. I'm not a. I mean, the script's fine. I think the script is good for merch for people. I don't need it on the uniform. I'm good on that. I'll pass. But to each their own. To each their own. I can respect it. To each their own. Guys, Gamecocks taking on East Carolina tomorrow. I want to thank the Sports Objective. I want to thank them for having me on their podcast last night, having me on their live show. Had a really good time. East Carolina show, talking ECU. So Gamecocks, ECU playing tomorrow. Podcast dropped this morning, full breakdown of that game. Also gave my expanded thoughts on the Dowell Loggins, Shane Beamer comments. Also talked Darius Rush opting out. Gilbert Edmond has hit the portal. That's something new that happened since yesterday. And again, guys, the transfer portal is just going to happen. I mean, we don't know, right? We don't know. We don't know why it happens. We don't know all the details. Some guys, it's playing time. Some guys, it's NIL. Some guys, hey, believe it or not, and I've said this before, guys, some guys just, they don't love going to USC. They don't like school. You never know. I mean, a guy could have had a bad breakup with his girlfriend and just want to transfer. Let's see. Brian Mobley, is that what it is? $75K from Auburn? Is that what? John Edward says, honestly, if you were recruited by Muschamp and you transfer, I'm good. John Edward has spoken. John Edward has spoken, folks. Brandon says, looks like Juice Wells is playing in the bowl game. I mean, I didn't expect him to not play in the bowl game. I know that he didn't practice yesterday because he got in a little fender bender. But by the way, random side note, I don't know, how does it work out where South Carolina women's basketball has to go play at South Dakota State? How does that work out? Like, that just seems wrong. Like, I don't know. That just seems weird. Seems weird. Anyways, guys, it was great talking with the ECU guys, and I'll tell you this, it got me ready for baseball season, to be honest with you. We talked a little bit of Carolina and ECU baseball, and I'm gonna have to make a trip, man. ECU, I've heard great things about ECU, so yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait for baseball season. I can't wait. Yeah. Myrtle Beach Bowl and yeah, it's a solid 3.5 from Greenville, maybe even 4. It's a hike. It's a hike. It's a hike. I mean, let's see. And it's at Brooks Stadium in Conway. 2:30 kickoff. I mean, what do y'all want? Y'all want to do no Daily Crow and we'll just go to the Myrtle Beach Bowl? TDC live for the Myrtle Beach Bowl that our team's not even playing it. Let's see. I will tell you this though. You know what I got we got the pep rally cuz I was going to say you know what I got a right mind to do? Being in Jacksonville, you know what'd be fun? What'd be fun is go to freaking Orlando and go to the Florida State Oklahoma game, the Cheez-It Bowl. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun, dude. But I don't know. Brendan might kill me, but I might have to weigh my options. Granted, that would be really out of the way, and I'd have to pay money for a ticket. And it's like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? The only way I'd do that is if I just wanted to for fun, I guess. But I don't know. John Gibbs, Dowell Loggins made a very promising comment that he was going to figure out what our players are good at and form the offense around them. I feel like that's common sense that none of our previous OCs ever did. He's got a lot to prove, though. Yeah, John, I agree, and I posted a clip this morning about it, and I've actually got more content coming out later today regarding that comment. I mean, John, you know, I will say this, and I've seen some comments from some people, specifically Lady Bree. I'm not trying to put Lady Bree on blast, but I'll tell you this, Lady Bree and I can appreciate. See, here's what people need to understand. Just because you disagree with someone or you go back and forth and banter, that doesn't mean you don't like them or anything like that. And Lady Bree disagrees with me, and the great thing is we can both be adults and disagree and voice our opinions, and we can keep it moving. The beauty's truly in the banter. But you know, Lady Bree's point was if you do more research and there's no reason to be concerned about the hire. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. You're only as good as what your resume says you are, right? Like all that shit about what coaches you've worked for. And I mean, you can give me excuse after excuse after excuse, but you're only as good as your record says you are. So, you know, there are real concerns in regards to never been involved with an offense worth a shit, but that was at the NFL level, right? It doesn't define Dowell Loggins, but it is a part of Dowell Loggins. It is, you know, that's his resume. Now, to be fair, again, though, John, I would say this, Dowell Loggins addressed everything you wanted to hear him address in that press conference. I thought they crushed it. He won the presser. Everything that I was hoping our next OC would say, he said it, right? So I think there's a lot of reasons to be positive and optimistic in regards to, you know, if they are really truly committed to, you know, forming an offense that's going to, you know, have their playmakers shine and something that's going to maximize their players' skill sets, then we'll have a lot of success. The reason I'm still wait and see is because Coleman Hall says people lie, numbers don't lie. And I had a lot of the same excitement, guys, when Marcus Satterfield was hired. Let's just call it for what it is. Like Sat said a lot of the same things when he was first hired. I know my guy Luke RJ would probably disagree. And I loved what he said. I loved what he said. I can't wait to see it on the field. Right? Because winning the presser is great and everything, but it's a very small piece of being a successful head coach. It is. Or excuse me, it's just a successful coach, period, not a head coach. Just a successful coach in general. So, you know, I care more about actions than I care about words. Let's put it that way. You know, I care more about actions than I care about words. Brian Lattimore, I hate to spoil it for you. I'm not coming to the Myrtle Beach Bowl, my guy. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, my guy. Because it'd be 3.5 hours there and it'd be 3.5 hours back. I like Myrtle Beach. I think y'all are awesome. I loved going to Myrtle, and I know it's just the way you can't control the way the state is laid out. But the fact that Myrtle's just tucked in that freaking corner up there is just brutal. It's brutal, dude. It's brutal. Y'all are just like Myrtle Beach is like its own country. Myrtle Beach is away from everything. I mean, you basically need a flight to get to Myrtle Beach. It is an excursion to go to Myrtle Beach. And I mean, it's the same way if you're going from Myrtle to Greenville. It's just it's a hike. It's a hike. Brian Lattimore is not a fan of the Myrtle Beach slander. Dude, listen, I love Myrtle. Hey, I give Myrtle nothing respect. When I went to Myrtle, I asked the Myrtle Beach folks, Brian Lattimore can attest, I was like, is it okay to call it Dirty Myrtle, or do y'all actually hate that? And everybody's like, yeah, well, we love it. We love it. We're Dirty Myrtle. So I was like, okay. But I was like, is Myrtle getting a bad rap from people being called Dirty Myrtle? Like, do you really like that nickname? They're like, we love it. We love it. We're Dirty Myrtle. It's us. Let's see. Coleman Hall, numbers lie. Yeah, they can be slanted, but the numbers relating to Coach Loggins' record are simply recorded facts. Yeah, I mean, again, that's a great point. Coleman Hall is like, nobody's trying to be negative pointing out the resume. It's just, these are the stats. These are the stats. So it's not, excuse me, it's not an indictment on the future for Dowell Loggins, but they are just the numbers that lead up. And, what I'm hoping is that we will look back and say, okay, he was in some tough situations in the NFL and he's a college guy versus an NFL guy. That's what I'm hoping for. And I mean, I think that very well could be the case, but it's everything he had to say. I think he did a great job. And I mean, guys, think about this. How concerning would it be if Dowell Loggins somehow bombed the presser? And again, Luke RJ is a guy, I don't know if he's still tuned in, but Luke RJ is a guy that, like, he is all about the presser. Like, if you're a good coach, you're good at the pressers. If you're good at pressers, you're a good coach. But, like, bro, winning the presser is, like, the minimum expectation. Like if you can't speak to the media, you can't be a coach. Like, you just can't do it. Like, if we were sitting here and we were like, oh, my God, he sounded like a buffoon, that would be a problem. That would be a major problem. So, I trust Shane Beamer, and again, I'm just excited to see what happens with it. I mean, there's no point in like beating a dead horse. We've said what we've said. We voiced the concerns. We voiced the excitement. Now it's just wait and see. And just kind of go from there. So, let's see. Anyways, I tell you guys, I can't wait to get back. Speaking of like beaches and all that, I can't wait to get back down to Hilton Head, Carolina Cigars, do our thing. That was a blast. I love Hilton Head. Coleman Hall, here you go. If you hate Loggins, you're not a fan. If you blindly love Loggins, you're unrealistic. Yeah, I mean, Coleman, it's cool to be, it's good to be right in the middle. It is. I'm excited for Loggins, but it is wait and see in regards to how successful will he be, for sure. Coleman, you're a smart fellow, my guy. You're a smart fellow, indeed. Everybody that's tuned in, pretty smart. Smart people. These are smart people. Smart, critical thinking Gamecocks. I love it. Excited, though, to get back down to Hilton Head, Carolina Cigars. And, so appreciate y'all again. The Christmas rush has been wild. It has been crazy. It's been absolutely crazy, but I appreciate it. It's been truly a blessing. And so great stuff. Guys, let's go ahead and jump into our first break. On the other side, I want to continue to hear from you, more your questions, comments, calls, and more. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. Oh, actually, false alarm. We do have a call. We'll go ahead and get it. Go ahead and grab it.
Call from
Zach.
Zach, what's up, man? How are you?
What up, dude? How's it going?
I'm doing well. Appreciate you asking. What's going on?
Man, I called in the other day, but I definitely didn't have time to keep calling in. But I just wanted to kind of reach out, man, because honestly, I was pretty skeptical about this Loggins guy until I really thought about it, man. And Shane wasn't lying one bit. This guy really has not had any real athletes where he was. And it really just put it in perspective. Look at Nick Saban. I mean, he was the same way in the NFL. Terrible. I don't know. To me, it just seems like there's a lot of missing context that we've been given this dude. And yeah, the record matters, sure. But look at James Franklin. His record sucks, but everybody says he's doing a good job.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I think everything that was said at the presser was reassuring, makes us feel better. And yeah, you look at some of the NFL teams that Loggins was associated with, and not the greatest rosters. So I mean, that's what you gotta hope for, and you gotta bank on, because you don't want the alternate reality to be the truth, which is no, he just stinks as an OC, right? None of us want to say that. So Obviously he's our guy, and so we're going to go to bat for him. And so hopefully, and like I said, I'm hoping 3-4 years down the line, we're saying, okay, it's just proven now Loggins is an above average college offensive coordinator, and it just didn't work in the NFL, and that's totally fine. Some guys are more college guys, some guys are more NFL guys. So it is what it is. So now I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see how it plays out. And, again, I believe in Beamer, and Beamer believes in Loggins, and therefore I believe in Loggins. So we'll see what happens.
I'll tell you also, man, just listening to the guy, I'm a pretty good, measure of BS. And you can listen to that guy and tell he's a pretty straight shooter, which is whenever you're talking about like coaches that seem to be very good at their jobs, all the ones that are straight shooters like that will tell you you sucked for the first 2 games, or like you were trash, like not sunshine pumping. Those guys are usually the ones that are going to be way more transparent, because looking back, man, Satterfield didn't, when he was introduced, he was talking about scheme, but he didn't talk like this guy was talking.
Yeah, no, I would say I already like listening to Loggins and Oppressor more than I ever liked listening to Satterfield. And, I thought he did a really good job of articulating his points. And again, if they had a checklist of everything we wanted to hear, right, about what's going to improve with the offense, I think they nailed pretty much everything. So, again, man, now all we got is, we just kind of all we can do is wait and just see how it plays out. But so far, so good is what I would say.
Yeah, no lie, dude. Well, I'll catch up with you down in Florida next week, or is that a week, or about a week and a half?
2 weeks. We
I'll
are 2 weeks away from kickoff. Yeah, 2 weeks away.
2 weeks, something like that. Yeah. Whatever. I'll be there, and we're going to have a good weekend.
For sure, man. For sure. Looking forward to it.
All right, bud. I'll see you.
Yeah, man. Take care. What a call. What a call. Yeah, we are exactly 2 weeks away from kickoff, folks. All right? December the 30th, exactly 2 weeks away. Exactly 2 weeks. Okay, that being said, now let's go ahead and jump into our first break of the show. But on the other side, I want to continue to hear from you more, your questions, comments, calls, and more. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. Taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. I want to keep hearing from you. Very interesting take here. Travis says, and let me get back to, here we go. Excuse me, guys. Zach wanted to confirm, by the way, that he's not high or wasn't high. He's just country as hell. You seen that guy on TikTok? You country as hell. Let's see. Madison, love that. You know what's funny? I haven't even had time to like really get into the Christmas. Like I'm in the Christmas spirit, but like I haven't sat down and like had hot chocolate and watched Christmas movies and sat by the fire because we've been packaging merch nonstop. So, which is a blessing. But I'm looking forward to probably this time next week. I will be at home. I'll probably go home and hang out with family, and at some point the next week, I will go hang out with the fam for a little bit for a couple days. And I know we're all finishing up our Christmas shopping and all that good stuff. So, it'll be nice to slow down a little bit and again, be with the family. And I got a birthday coming up in 9 days. So that's another fun thing. Let's see. But an interesting take here from our guy, Travi. He says, Park Avenue stuff isn't okay. It's hindering our recruits and current players leaving, my opinion. Then Coleman follows up and says, I think the NIL collective should be banned. There should be registered NIL agents, and the contracts should be only individuals, no collective organizations that essentially get NIL, then pay players. So, Coleman, I would assume you're saying like there should be no Carolina Rise, no Garnet Trust, no Park App, none of that. None of that. I just wonder in that scenario, and again, it sounds like you know a lot more about the legal side than I do. So I would just say in that regard, then how do you organize all this money to funnel to the players? I just, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. So anyways. UAB, Miami of Ohio playing. My guy Aaron tried to call in. Aaron, if you want to call back in, my guy, I don't know if he's even tuned in, but he called in twice over the break. So called in twice over the break. I'm sitting here looking. I'm like, has anybody else hit the portal that I didn't know about? Like, I feel like it's just dropping randomly. It's wild. How about my guy Brad Crawford down there in Universal Studios? How about that? Shout out to Brad. What a guy. What a legend he is. What a legend Brad Crawford is. Enjoying himself. I can tell you guys this. After the Christmas rush, and again, it's been a blessing, but we've been very, very busy on this end. And we're going to continue to be busy, and being busy is a blessing. And, we're going to have the bowl game upcoming, going to be down in Jacksonville, all that good stuff. But I can tell you all this. I'm going to guarantee you, I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know exactly when, but sometime in the month of January, yours truly is going to take a fat vacay. We're going to take a fat vacay. Like I'm talking like a week. We're going to take a week. So just go ahead and mentally prepare yourself. No TDC for a week. No pod probably for a week. I don't know exactly, but we're going to take some time. We're going to take a week in January. I'm going to take a week. I'm going to force myself to take it because I love doing it, right? So I almost have to like pull myself away from it. And the beautiful thing is that I can do what I do from wherever. So maybe the podcast will still drop episodes because I'd still like to get the pod out there because, we got things to do. We got things to do to talk about. We got baseball to get into. We got basketball to cover. We got recruiting, transfer portal, all that good stuff. It never stops, but I'm going to force myself to go somewhere warm, preferably somewhere warm. Has anybody ever been to the Keys before? I've never been to the Florida Keys. I've heard good things from a couple of people, but I've heard like is Key West fun? Is that a good time? I'd love to go somewhere warm, honestly. I mean, I'd also though at some point love to go on like a ski trip. I'd love to go on a ski trip. Yes, I saw the women did win. Yeah, big win last night. They just keep on keeping on. Christian, who do you think the latest commits are? I have no idea, to be honest. I mean, well, I've got some ideas. I think one maybe a tight end, but not I'm not 110% sure. So, Babes and Waves will be in Jacksonville the 28th through the 31st. I will be there Wednesday through Saturday. Wednesday through Saturday. Yes. Going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. I've never really spent time in Jacksonville before, like ever. Passed through it a lot, but never stopped and spent time there. So this will also be my first Florida bowl game. I've only been at 2 bowl games my entire life. They were both in Charlotte, North Carolina. One of them was the Mayo Bowl last year. Great experience. The other one was the Belk Bowl in 2018 when we took on Virginia and got shut out 28-0. So 2 very different experiences. 2 very different experiences indeed. So let's see. My boy P-Doc, what a legend he is. Anyways, guys, appreciate you all tuning in. Alex, quarterback coach, Dowell Loggins will be the quarterback's coach. Now, for the bowl game, I don't know, but Dowell Loggins will be the quarterback's coach. Yes, he will coach quarterbacks as well as be the OC. Okay, so I'm seeing some good feedback on the keys. So you are saying that the keys would be a thumbs up for a vacay. That's what I'm understanding. Yeah, Elizabeth Ballard, your towels were shipped out, I think, on Wednesday, so you should be receiving today. Parker's getting the beer ball towel in his stocking. Love that. I absolutely love that. I tell you, the towels have been a massive success. I felt like over the summer, I was like, you know what? What's a staple of game day? How can we maximize merch? I was like, towels. It makes a lot of sense. But they have, and I never put limiting beliefs on anything, but they've gone even above and beyond even what I kind of expected. And it's just truly a blessing. So I just want to say thank y'all. It's a nice, I think it's a great value add to the merch, and it's just a cool thing, fun thing to have, right? Having the towel right there. It's a cool thing. So I appreciate y'all greatly. Brian Dean, Chris, who are the welcome homes. I've heard one's a tight end. I don't know about the other one. Who knows, right? So, but yeah. So I don't know if one of them's Nicholas Harbor. I know some people want to know. I have no idea, guys. I think we just got to kind of wait and see. So. Anyways, Bahamas Bowl going on right now. I know I asked this before, but do y'all remember when we would do the Daily Crow, when we'd play NCAA football for the Daily Crow? I got a right mind to say, all right, we're gonna play Call of Duty for the Daily Crow. That's it. We're gonna soup it up, dude. I've got it all. I got the PS5. I've got a PlayStation camera. Hey, we could play a little Call of Duty for the Daily. We got any COD players out there? Got any COD? I just got the PS5, so I really I'm not a huge gamer. I really just bought the PS5 so I can go ahead and have it for when the new NCAA football drops. That's really why I want it. I'll tell you guys, if NCAA football was out right now on the PS5, I'd make tons of NCAA football content. Right now, it's just kind of annoying to stream, to be honest with you. It can be kind of annoying, but yeah, I'd love to make more video game content. It's just fun. It's just fun content. I see some people hate and try to shit on it. I'm just like, dude, like, you just let people have fun. Just let people have fun. You know what I mean? Why not? Just let people have fun. What's wrong with having fun? Aaron Hodges, the towels are not available at retail. The Beamer Ball t-shirts and the Beamer Rattler 22 shirts are available at Palmetto Moon. The towels you can buy on our online store, tsus.store. We got a text here. The NIL has changed the amount of players that get into trouble. Since it began, you hardly hear about athletes getting into trouble. Yeah, man, I think there's more on the line. I think there's definitely more to lose. And I think when you have more to lose, you adjust your decisions accordingly. You change your decision making accordingly. So yeah, I don't know, especially like you think about it. Especially, you know, we that was an issue right at the end of the Holtz era. We had some guys, you know, we had guys getting in trouble. We haven't had that as an issue in a while, really, truly. Babes and Waves, I will have the towels and the koozies, same as I always do. I'll have the towels and the koozies on hand at the bowl game. Outside of that, that's the only merch. And again, people might wonder why I do that. Again, guys, the way that my store works, I don't hold any inventory. It is such a convenient thing. When you order a shirt, my vendor prints it, fulfills it, ships it. I don't ever even touch it. I don't touch it. And it's just so much more efficient that way. I mean, I think I'll probably, maybe for next football season, I'll be I'm at the point now where if I wanted to buy inventory and keep it on hand, I could. But it's just like, why would I add to my plate? Like, it's just another thing I have to do, you know? I mean, it's why would I do that? You know what I mean? Why would I do? Now, what I think could be really cool, what I think would be really cool is creating unique merchandise. And Coleman, to your point, Coleman, like I don't know if drop shipping gets a negative, if there's some sort of negative connotation. I don't think so, because we're providing value. Anybody who's gotten our merch thinks it's, knows how valuable it is and it's high quality. I mean, I'm wearing the exact merch that gets shipped to you guys, but it is a form of drop shipping. It really is, Coleman. It really is. I mean, yeah. So it is. If you guys ever wanted a kind of a behind the scenes, how does the merchandise work? The only inventory I'm handling are towels and koozies. Outside of that, everything else is handled through my Printful vendor. And I mean, no, Coleman, it's a fair question though. I mean, it is technically like drop shipping for merch. That's kind of what it is. That's kind of what it is, to a degree. There are some differences, but I think what would be cool though is to, yeah, okay, fair enough. It's not technically drop shipping. You know what I mean though. But anyways, I think what would be cool, to my point, is when we go on these, because I'd like to do the TSUS tour again with Carolina Ale House. We're going to link up and talk about that. I'd love to do a spring tour and then do a summer tour. And when we have watch parties and we have just events, I'd love to have unique merchandise that you can only buy or that is only available at those events. I think that'd be a cool value add. Like if you are willing to come out and support, if you're willing to come out and support and come to a live event, come to a live show, come to the TSUS tour, whatever it is, or even come to the tailgate, right? Like there should be some exclusive merch there. I think that'd be cool. I don't know. You guys let me know. I think that'd be kind of cool. I do. I think that'd be a cool thing. I think that'd be a very cool thing. So. Anyways, I love the merch side of things, man. I've always, even way before I ever started TSUS, I always thought it was cool. People had their own t-shirt brands and just brands in general. And, the opportunity to give back and, flood the market with value in that way is a really cool thing. Brian Mobley, can we get some TSUS golf balls? So that's a great question. So I know you guys may have, seen that I got some TSUS logo golf balls. I also got some Big Cock Club logo golf balls. I don't know how I would necessarily do that for me to sell it to where I would make any money, to be honest with you, because I got mine through Vice Golf. Like I went and got that a custom order. So I don't know if there's a way. I'm sure there's a way. To do that. But yeah, I did get a dozen TSUS golf balls and then a dozen Big Cock Club golf balls because, and one of the biggest reasons I did that is because, number one, I just thought it'd be cool. Number two, we're going to be playing golf with the Carolina Cigars guys. And I tell you this, be on the lookout. And y'all give me your feedback on it. TSUS Golf Tournament. And I think there's some way we could probably partner up with a charity or something. Yeah. So, yeah. I think there's a way we could do that. I think that'd be really cool. I'd love to do a TSUS Golf Tournament. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think that'd be really, really cool. So, Lance, Bush Latte Friday. Indeed. Indeed. My boy Lance is back on the lattes. He just needed a welcome home or two, and he's back up on the lattes. Back on the lattes. Is anybody going to the game tomorrow, by the way? We got any upstate Gamecocks going to the South Carolina, East Carolina basketball game? I will be there. We will be there. Looking forward to it. Going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, going to be a lot of fun. So. Heath Hagler says down for the golf tourney. Heath, I need an update, my man, on that humidor. I've been the only reason I ask, I've been looking for it. I'm just making sure I don't miss it. Michael, golf session with current players would be a good idea too. Yeah, that'd be fun. I mean, I'm a golf guy. Yes, Lynn, that is one of the biggest reasons why I'm working with Jocelyn. She is very proficient in making merchandise specifically geared towards women. You know, admittedly, a lot of my stuff is just like t-shirts, hoodies. It's more so just kind of your basic stuff. I definitely know there's a lot of value. There's a lot of value in, making different merchandise, stepping outside, making like crop tops and buttons and just, I'm not proficient in everything like women are wearing on game day, just to be totally honest with you. So that is one of the reasons why I'm excited to bring Jocelyn on, make her a bigger part, make her more involved, because she is proficient at that. Coleman, what's the weakest part of your golf game? Probably depends on the day. Nah, I mean, probably just consistency, I would say. I mean, it depends, man. I mean, some days my driver's all over the place. Some days, my putter is inconsistent some days. I mean, my short game's pretty consistent. My short game's pretty good. I mean, some days, again, my driver's on the money. Some days I'm spraying it all over the place. I'd just say consistency, though. Really, truly, I'd say consistency, yeah. So. I love it, though, man. I actually played competitive golf till I was 16. So my dad played college golf. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, I'm a golf guy. I know I don't look like it at times because I rock J's and, I'm a baseball player, but I know I love golf. I love it, dude. I love it. Grew up playing it, again, competitively, and my grandfather played, got me into it, and so I love it. All right, let's jump back to the phone lines here.
Call from
What's going on, my friend? How are you?
Good morning, my friend. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Appreciate you asking. What's up?
Another rainy day up here in the city, up here in the big city.
I hear you. We're finally seeing the sun, man. It was overcast for like a month here, so I'm happy that we got some couple sunny days in a row. So
everybody must be hungover from all the OC chit chat over the last couple of days, so they're probably resting,
something
drinking
like
some
that.
Gatorade and getting back on the horse.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not too mad about it though. It was the chaos is great for content and all. Don't get me wrong, but there's a part of me that's like, I think our hearts have had enough for a day or two. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know how much more we can take. So, but no, it's always fun, man. So I'm sure it'll be a big weekend in regards to recruiting too. I would probably expect some news to drop, so.
Yeah, well, I think he's going to be doing work. He's working as we speak. I think he's already before snap one. I think he's doing some of the stuff that Shane brought him here for. I mentioned that kid, the Shamar Easter. He was his number one recruiter up at Arkansas. He's an Arkansas kid. I'm expecting him to just lockstep right down into Columbia along with Loggins, and I believe that's what we're going to go from We're going to go from Atkins in the tight end room playing solitaire, and they're going to be playing a whole card game. They're going to have like 6 or 7 guys in there with talent. So that's a great turnaround for us.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Yeah, I was asked last night about how how recruiting's going and how I feel about Shane Beamer and recruiting, and I'm very confident. I'm very confident for sure. When Shane Beamer was hired, recruiting was never really a question for me. Like I always kind of felt like we've always been able to recruit at a top 25 level, and Beamer, you look at his track record when he was here and some of the guys we brought in, and I think too, him being a younger coach, being able to relate with players, and I just think anytime you have the true passion and energy, and how genuine he is and how much he loves the University of South Carolina, you can sell that. You know what I mean? You can sell that, and so I never really doubted that he'd be able to recruit at a pretty good level. Now, I think the question will be over time, can he take the recruiting from the level it's currently at, which is, about a 20 to 25th ranked level, and elevate it to that 10th to 15th type of class, because there is a difference. And I tell people all the time, it's about the Jimmies and Joes. And, if we're 5, 6, 7 years down the road from now and we're in the SEC championship, we will look back and say it's because recruiting changed. Recruiting changed for us. Like we elevated recruiting.
Absolutely.
Right? And I'm not saying like you can obviously win big. You can obviously win big with a 20th to 25th ranked class. I really believe you can, because you take those guys, you maximize their potential and you maximize their skill sets. But, to realistically compete with the Georgias and the Alabamas and the upper echelons, like recruiting has to change, bottom line. So, and I think I'm confident Shane Beamer can do that.
Oh, he's definitely, when he came on, it was the same chit chat about Loggins, stronger recruiter than actually being a coach. I think what he's trying to do, and we might have to, I don't want to jump on board. I think everybody deserves criticism when it's warranted, but, maybe he wants to build from the recruiting side and eventually have that show up on the field in production and points and wins. And like you said, we're going to go back and go, oh man, look at this. This guy was playing games 2 years before the snap. So maybe we can look forward to something like that. You look at these brands. I mean, I didn't think Notre Dame was such a great team this year, but they're recruiting at an unbelievable level because of a brand. So was Alabama. So was Georgia. And that's, I think, the step, you're probably referring to, is that we just need to get a top 10 brand before we can recruit top 10. And I guess that's going to come eventually. I mean, hopefully, right? 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 Right?
If you can be winning 8 to there we go. If you can be winning 8 to 9 games a year, and early in his tenure, you're building the brand. You're positively building the brand. So, I think we're doing that. And again, early on, it's about taking the guys you get on campus and maximizing their talents and their skill sets, and hopefully you continue to win more games and bring in better players, and you win more games and bring in better players, and you just stack it on top of itself. So,
yep. And the 8-4 record isn't really, the 8-4 record is good. I mean, I think if we play an 8-4 season next year, and if we lose a game here and there by a point or a field goal, if we play tough, we show a nice offense, I don't think anybody's going to be jumping down his throat to start changing stuff. It's just, I think we were more upset, the 2 out of those 4 wins were just horrific, production on the field. And I think that's what got people, really down in the dumps. But I mean, I would look at an 8-4, 8-4 season, getting into a good bowl game, and as a continuation of the momentum. I mean, that to me, that's all I'm looking for.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Man.
for now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Keep momentum going. Keep the program on a positive trajectory. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, we could still manage. You know, Spencer. You know, I feel for the guy. I'm hoping nothing but the best for him. I'm hoping he works out this great NIL deal and he stays another year. And you know, even with only 8 wins, if he can show offensive production and showcase his talent, I think he's still going to go to the NFL. Might bump himself up around it too. You know, and then, you know, God bless him. Hopefully, he has a great career.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think
All
well
right,
said.
buddy.
Yeah, Frank, it's always a pleasure,
I'll
my
let
man.
you go. Yep. I think I'm in 115 down in Jacksonville. Seemed like the most reasonable tickets for me. So
So you will
we'll see
be
you down
there.
there.
Though. You will be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Love it.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, man. You too. Always a pleasure, Frank. Appreciate you.
Take care.
Great stuff. Great stuff from Frank. Guys, that being said, we are going to jump into a break. Sorry for the remix earlier. I don't know. Sometimes Melon just has a life or a mind, I should say, of its own. Guys, we will be back in 5, taking more of your questions, your comments, your calls, and more. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. Taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. I do want to hear from you. We got some chatter about Spencer Rattler. Steven says, I think he stays regardless due to the depth of the quarterback draft class. He would make more in NIL than as a late draft pick. I tend to agree. I think there's a lot of reasons why it would make sense for Spencer Rattler to come back. I mean, obviously, I think there's a ton of reasons why. So we'll see. I mean, it's a decision he's got to make, but yeah, I think unless he's just, sick of college, which I mean, I guess he could be, but I don't know, man. I tend to think that Dante Reno posting a selfie with Maz Bennett. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, I tend to think he'll come back. So, I don't know. He's just going to crush it so hard in NIL. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, phone lines wide open. A little bit of a slower day today, which, we're not too upset about. Busy recruiting weekend for the Gamecocks. Podcast did drop this morning, guys. Episode 742. Let's jump to the phone lines.
Call from
Robbie Davis, Zaxby's Hall of Famer.
to accept.
Robbie, what's up, man? How are you?
I got a full belly of barbecue. I just walked in the door like not even 10 minutes ago.
Wow, where'd you get the barbecue from?
The place I was willing to get you some Duke's barbecue if you came to visit. Duke's Barbecue. That offer still stands, by the way. You ever come over near Orangeburg, your lunch or dinner is on me, bro.
Lunch and dinner?
Either lunch or dinner.
Oh, okay.
Whichever one. Would you rather have it for lunch or for dinner?
Probably dinner because we got to do the Daily Crow, Robbie.
Then dinner is his. Oh, I'm tempted to take a nap whenever the show's over.
Robbie said them
But
10,000 steps gonna have to wait.
maybe, or I might just knock them out and get them over with and then sleep. But anywho, I want to talk about the game last night with the girls. Okay, obviously it was a lot closer than I was expecting it to be. Okay, and I honestly would have done exactly what the South Dakota coach did. I would have had 4 people around Boston at all times. Because if it's only one Carolina player and like 4 opposing players, the odds of Boston getting the rebound is not very high. And we're used to seeing our team basically kick the ever-loving dog doo-doo out of whoever they play. And I didn't realize they were ranked 25th until I looked at the schedule yesterday. But South Dakota State ain't no slouch. Okay?
Okay.
And they definitely, I got scared a little bit. Going into the fourth quarter. Let's just say that. I got scared a little bit. But at the end of the day, we wound up winning the game by 18, I think it was. I can't remember. we won by 18. But it was a nail biter. But at the end of the day, it ended the way I expected it to end, with a South Carolina W. And I know you talked about this earlier in the week, but with the whole reporter situation with Beamer, okay, all I got to say is this. All right, just ask the question and accept the answers that are given. All right, don't try to poke and prod to get the answers you want, because if you do that, that just shows that you're an asshole. Okay, that just shows that you're an asshole and you just don't care.
Yeah, I
Just
don't
ask
know.
the question.
Yeah. Sapikoff.
Just ask the question, and whatever Beamer says, accept it. Don't try to poke and prod, because you poke the bear too many times, guess what? You're going to get bit.
Just accept that
And
Beamer's your daddy. That's it. Just accept Beamer's your daddy.
Accept that Beamer is your mother freaking daddy. Just accept it. He gets paid the big bucks to win football games, and he ain't got time to answer, excuse my French, but dumbass questions. All right? He ain't got time to answer them kind of questions. He's too busy trying to build a winning program. And to the fans that are pissed off about the hire, because I know there are still fans that are pissed off about the hire. I was obviously, yes, I was a little skeptical, but at the end of the day, I'm behind Shane Beamer 1,000%. I don't give a hoot. I am going to be behind Beamer and this coaching staff 100%. I don't give a darn if he hires freaking Barney the dinosaur as the OC next year. I'm going to be behind Shane Beamer as the head man and let him do his damn job and not say a word. Okay? I do not give a hoot.
Not a single hoot nor dern was given. Or a wet monkey fart.
Yeah, I don't care. Just all we want to see, right? And I don't know if you probably have seen this movie, seeing as you're a baseball guy. But I'm gonna use a movie line that you've probably heard.
Mm-hmm.
If you build it, they will come. Okay. It's a proven fact in any sport. You build it, they will come. The fans will show up. Okay. Look. Just sit back, enjoy it, and just let Beamer do what he gets paid to do. All right. Us as fans, we need to just accept the fact that we're going just let Beamer do his job. All right. Just sit back, relax, and just go with it. Because life's too short to be an asshole. Am I right or am I wrong?
Life's too short to be an asshole. That is poetic, my friend. Put that on my freaking tombstone.
Life is too short to be an asshole.
Or a slapdick. Robbie, I think as long as Dowell Loggins attacks, he'll have success. Just attack. Yeah.
Yeah, just attack. Don't dance around the bush. Just make them work. Make them understand that they're going to have to defend the entire field and not just half of it. Because that's one thing that we did the last 2 weeks of the season is we made both of those teams defend the entire field. Every bit of it. As long as he does that and we win football games, I don't give a flying monkey fart how we move football. Okay, just get it done. All we want is a winner and a good product on the field. Okay, I don't care. Just get it done. There's a reason why you're getting the big bucks, and you're coaching in college you're coaching in college football. Okay. The people that hired you believe in you.
I do want to make a point to you, Robbie, by the way, because I want you to understand that clip I posted of you the other day. Every time I hear you say, I need the money, bro, I laugh every time. I literally die laughing every time. So thank you for that.
I watched it last night, and I about fell out my bed laughing so hard.
I just every time I hear that, I crack up every time.
Well, I have succeeded for a bit because my goal every day is to make somebody laugh or make somebody's life better. So if it makes your life easier to handle, then I'm happy, and then I'll take it. I don't care. Because all I want is my friends to be happy. So,
Well, you make me laugh on the regular. Anybody else too. So, thank you for bringing joy to our
well,
lives.
a lot. That's good. That's good. That's good. Then I have done my job as a friend to you and anyone else that needs a laugh. I'm glad I can do that.
Hey, Frank says
And
that
before I get-
Zaxby's needs to make a Robbie Davis sandwich.
I don't
then
know what would go on it.
Bruin Nation says, tell Robbie to bring back the damn Cajun Club and the black and blue salad. So you're getting
The black and blue salad. I got connections, so I can try.
call up corporate.
Well, I can call both my bosses and see what I can do. But and by the way, y'all, whenever I say Zaxby's Hall of Famer, whenever I call in, I'm not bullshitting. Okay.
We know, Robbie. We know. We've seen the plaque. We know.
That is not a
Did you give an
picture. That's a legit
acceptance
picture.
speech when you got the plaque? Did you give an acceptance speech or no?
No, bro, I was too busy wiping my eyes because I was in such shock that I was kind of crying a little bit, and my Aunt Kim was sobbing her eyes out right next to me. Here's the funny story about the plaque, okay? Because speaking of the plaque, all right, I'm gonna get this quick story, then I'm out of here. I promise.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
My aunt agreed to take me to the Christmas party, okay? Which I'll be there also this Monday at the Woodruff Leisure Center for the Christmas party. My boss, Mr. Brian, who did not hire me, it's the other guy, but the one that's a Clemson fan. But anyways, he asked me to send him some pictures, and I sent him a couple of pictures, and the picture that is on the plaque is the one that he used. But I had no idea what they wanted the pictures for until I got to the staff Christmas party. And then about a week or two later, the same boss that asked me for the pictures called me personally and asked me for permission to get another plaque made, and that plaque is hanging in the Zax. I have the original, but the one that they asked that they could redo it, that one is hanging in. That one is hanging in the Zax.
Question: how many people are
So-
in the Zaxby's Hall of Fame that you know of?
You're talking to him, my guy.
There's just one.
Yes. just
A Hall
one.
of Fame of one. Wow, that's an exclusive club.
Yeah, and honestly, I didn't. I still sometimes am in shock every time I go to Roebuck, because like I said earlier in the football season, I was gone for a week, right? So anytime I walked by it, I looked at it, and I was like, "That's me." He was like, "That's me," and my cousins and my aunt and uncle, and my Mimi and my papa in that picture. And as a matter of fact, one of the coworkers asked me one day. I told him I was like Roberto's not my real name, okay? Because one of the managers decided to be funny and put Roberto on my name tag because my name was coming off, and he handed it to me upside down, which I should have known the second he handed it to me upside down. Something fishy was going on, okay? And so he handed me the name tag, so I was like, screw it, I'll just roll with it. 3 days a week I'll be Roberto. I don't care. But one of the girls that I was working with, I told her, I was like, my name is Roberto, Spanish, right? My name's Robert. That's my first name. But I was like, Roberto is not what I go by. I said, my name is Robbie Davis. Then her eyes got really big, and she was like, oh, wait a minute. So you're the one on the plaque? I said, yes, that's me. I hate to toot my own horn, but toot, yes, that's me.
What a time, dude! What a time!
And
Incredible.
And anybody listening, if you do know where Roebuck is, It's the only Zaxby's in Roebuck. So if you think you ain't at it, that's the one. Okay. There's only one Zaxby's in Roebuck. And it's actually in your neck of the woods, like I've said before. It's in your neck of the woods. But yeah, I'll be up there on Monday, having myself a good old time for 3 hours at a Christmas party.
Be a good time.
Oh yeah.
Great weekend to have
Dude,
a
when I'm
weekend.
around,
my
it's
guy.
always a good time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. And but yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Robbie, it's always a pleasure to chat with you, and I appreciate it, man. Truly.
No problem, man. No problem. No problem at all. But yeah, that's you have a great rest of your day and have a great weekend.
I appreciate it, Robbie. You're the man.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Take care. Great stuff. Robbie Davis, what a legend. Yes. So somebody just texted in the Carolina Cigars website was down. Interesting. Go to Carolina_cigars on Instagram, shoot them a DM, or give them a call at their number, which is, let's see, is their website? I just went to their website, fine. It seems like nothing was wrong. 843-681-8600. 843-681-8600, or shoot them a DM. If you give them a call, though, they'll take care of you. Give them a call, they'll take care of you. So, guys, we're going to jump into one final break. On the other side, I want to continue to hear from you. More of your questions, comments, calls, and more. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. Taking your questions, comments, calls. Final 13 minutes or so in the Daily Crow. Appreciate you all tuning in. Guys, let me all say this. Thank you. Crow, the merchandise, social media, and everything in between. Truly, I appreciate it. Y'all are the best, man. Y'all are the best. Madison says, I'm going to get my Christmas album ready to play after the show. Jingle Ball Drops is a must listen. Cody, I'll be honest with you. I don't know how you get this hat. I would imagine just go to Carolina Bass Fishing Team's Instagram or something. Attaboy, Steven, the beer, all towel, and koozie. You just got it. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Somebody says we need an NIL deal to get Robbie to the bowl game. Love it. Kevin Crossland asking Robbie for an autograph. Love it. Love that. Travi, you're the man. You're the man. Anyways, appreciate y'all as we get final weekend before Christmas. How about that? Because Christmas is literally next weekend? Sunday the 25th. And then it'll be game week. How about that? So does that, you know what that means, guys? I didn't think about this. Well, let's see. Maybe we won't drop a podcast that Monday. I was thinking the 26th, right? The 26th is Monday. And normally we drop a podcast. So I don't know that we will, to be honest with you. I don't know that we will. Just because what will there be to talk about, number one? And number two, I mean, do I really want to record a show Christmas night? I could. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there. Because we've got like New Year's Eve content. We've got looking back on the year that was, looking ahead to the following, right? James Kendall, make sure you get the new Miss TSU has something nice for Christmas. I got you, dog. I got you. Appreciate it. I got you. Trust me, we got it under control. I've been buying for everybody, man. My family, my friends, all that good stuff. So yeah, got it under control. But yeah, I mean, we'll do the top 5 moments from the year that was in 2022. We'll look ahead, top 5 things I'm looking forward to in 2023. So that will be, dang, we're gonna have to figure out when we're gonna do that. I guess I gotta kind of look ahead and get on that because we got the game week and bowl game and all that good stuff. But yeah, a lot of fun stuff. Happening. Of course, guys, podcast did drop this morning. Check it out. My continued thoughts on Dowell Loggins, Shane Beamer, the presser from Wednesday. Also, the news of Rush opting out, going to the draft, Gilbert Edmond hitting the portal, and, of course, breakdown of tomorrow's game. Gamecocks take on East Carolina. ECU, a solid team. I think it's going to be a very interesting game. I'm excited, too. I'll be there in person. First time I'll get to see G.G. Jackson in person. So, looking forward to watching him, and hopefully the Gamecocks can get a dub. I think it's a big game, man. All these non-conference games are huge. I mean, we need to win as many as we can, right? I don't know what SEC play is going to look like. I really don't. I think it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster, but that's what we were expecting in year 1 of Lamont Paris. So, John, Miss TSUS is busy. Miss TSUS is busy currently, so she is not tuned in. Yeah. So anyways, a lot of exciting stuff upcoming again as we approach the end of the year. Looking forward to it. And so Chuck says TSUS Jelly of the Month Club. Indeed. Yeah, I felt like Clark Griswold after the Florida game. Worse. How can it get any worse? Take a look around you, Ellen. We're at the threshold of hell. That's how I felt. After the Florida game. Yeah. Yep. I think many of us felt the same way. Chase says, so the Dear Santa show, the Christmas show will be a week from today, next Friday. We'll do Dear. We'll talk to Santa Claus. Maybe next Friday I'll rock a Santa hat also. Something. We'll do something. Robbie Davis, my dad has a show in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I don't know the time or the name of the place, and he didn't post a poster of the show on Facebook. All right, that sounds like great promotion, Robbie. Fantastic. I'm sure a lot of people will show up. There's a show in Fayetteville. That's all I can tell you. No time, no date, no place. Just show up. Great intel. Fantastic. Can you imagine? Gamecocks are going to a bowl game, but we're not telling you when. We're not telling you where. We're not telling you how. Not telling you anything. But we're going to a bowl game. Can't wait to see you there. DGD, by the way, you asked earlier about Chipotle. Big yes. I'm a big Chipotle guy, bro. I rock with Chipotle hard. Yeah. I think one of my hotter food takes, and I'm not like a big fast food guy, but I think I know one of my hotter food takes that I know will set this chat ablaze for the last 7 minutes. And I think Chick-fil-A is overrated. I like it. I like it. But some people like live and die by Chick-fil-A. I think it's all right. I'd put Zaxby's ahead of Chick-fil-A. Really, truly. I would. I'd like it. And it's not even a debate. Like it's not even remotely a debate. Not even remotely. Like Chick-fil-A's good, but I'd put Zaxby's. I'd put Bojangles ahead of Chick-fil-A. Like there are so many places I'd put ahead of Chick-fil-A. And I'm not trying to hate on, like I'll go get Chick-fil-A, but you know, because I like the waffle fries. I like the chicken sandwich. It's not like I can't even tell you the last time I went to Chick-fil-A. James, I never had a bad experience with the West Columbia Zaxby's, except that it was slammed every time I'd go by there. I've never been to Raising Cane's. I've heard that place is bomb. Yeah, Braddock, I will say that. Chick-fil-A in regards to like the best quality fast food in the sense of like they're not screwing up your order. I don't know. That's the food take that will just that'll end me right there. And like I said, I'm not a fast food guy, so like very rarely am I even eating like Zaxby's. I'll do it like when I'm on the road. I mean, I like Zaxby's a lot, but Chick-fil-A, I mean, it's Chick-fil-A's all right. It's solid. It's solid. I mean, I'll go eat Chick-fil-A with you, but it's not going to be the first place I suggest. I mean, you know what the biggest problem with Chick-fil-A is? I just feel like every time I go, I leave hungry. Like a number one with no pickle and a sweet tea, just I'm hungry after that. Like I'm hungry. I'm still hungry. I'm sorry, but like you can't beat a wings and things, a boneless wings and things. You just can't beat it. You can't beat it. Don't push Robbie into the portal. I don't dislike Chick-fil-A, John. I just said it's overrated. I just said it's a little bit overrated. I like Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is good. No doubt. All right, here we go. Here's an interesting update. This coming from Cole Kublik. NCAA has issued a one-time blanket waiver in FBS football to exempt postseason participation from the limit of 4 contests a student athlete may participate in without using a season of competition. The blanket waiver is applicable to FBS postseason games that occur after December the 15th, 2022. So that means like a Luke Doty could play or anybody else who's right on the edge. Why are they doing that, though? Why are they doing that? This is just like out of nowhere, right? I mean, I like it. I think that should be a thing moving forward. I think allowing different guys to play in a bowl game, I think would be awesome. I just wonder why they're doing that. That just seems kind of random. I don't know. John Rice, if Chick-fil-A offered Robbie $100,000 to work there, would he leave the Zaxby's Hall of Fame? I think Robbie has shown he is he's loyal to the dollar, my guy. I think Robbie has shown. Yeah. Robbie is a bag chaser. Robbie's a bag chaser. No doubt. And I respect it. Somebody said Robbie has no loyalty. Robbie has loyalty. He's loyal to whoever's signing the checks. Travis Allen, yes, I am planning on being at that pep rally Thursday night in Jacksonville. Yes, on the 29th. Oh, here we go.
Call
Here we go.
from
Robbie Davis, the Zaxby's Hall of Famer.
To accept,
We
press
don't
1.
piss
To
them
send a
off.
voice
Robbie, what's up, man?
To answer the question, I would never turn my back on Zaxby's. Never. Zaxby's is better than Chick-fil-A. Period.
So no
And
amount
I
of
would
money,
never
no
turn my
amount of
back
money
on
would
Zaxby's.
put you in the portal. No amount of money would put you in the portal.
No.
No.
No amount of money would put me in the portal as far as restaurants go. No. Nuh-uh. Zaxby's till I freaking die.
I love that. Love that commitment.
To answer the yeah. I heard I was like, oh heck no, you ain't throwing me under the bus or whatever it is you're doing. No. Zaxby's is better than Chick-fil-A.
I think John Rice is willing to fight you on that, but hey, y'all can have at it.
Hey, we'll still be friends. I don't care, but I'm just telling you, man. Zaxby's is the stuff. And like you, I love the boneless wings and things. Oh boy, that is my go-to. Dipped in tongue torch and nuclear with some Zaxby's sauce. Oh yeah, that's my go-to. But now apparently Zaxby's has dippable sauces, so they got like tongue torch, nuclear, even spicy Zax sauce if you're into that. I do love spicy. But anywho, yeah, I would never turn my back on my bosses. No. No. No.
Love that.
Not going to happen. Hell will freeze over before I turn my back on Zax. Which basically means never.
Fair enough. Robbie, I'm
All right.
gonna get you
I
off
know
here.
it's 2 o'clock. I'm gonna get out of here.
I appreciate you, my guy. I appreciate you. Now we need to hear
Call from
the opposing side.
John, Chick-fil-A fan.
We need to hear the opposing side. So, John, I wasn't able to get a three-way call, but I felt like we needed to hear the opposition before we dipped out. So,
I just got to tell you, Chick-fil-A is superior. You cannot beat the grilled chicken club with American cheese and a large fry. Robbie, much respect to you, brother, but you're telling me if somebody walked up to you with $1 million check, you wouldn't go to Chick-fil-A? I'm calling BS. And I need to hear Robbie's response, but it can wait till Monday.
okay.
Have a good weekend, Chris.
John, you're the man. Appreciate it. Yes. Monday, we'll get the response. Robbie, you got all weekend to stew over what John just said. Guys, thank y'all. Appreciate it. Legendary show as always. Check out the podcast that dropped this morning. If you're going to be at the basketball game tomorrow, we will see you there. Otherwise, we will talk on Monday. Appreciate you all tuning in. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday.